This is So Like You Know, the podcast your mother warned you about.
Are you crazy? These kids could really hurt themselves with this stuff.
Oh, God, I thought that was absolutely dreadful.
How's it going? This is So Like You Know, the podcast your mother warned you about. I'm Bo.
And I'm JP.
And we're doing a show on Wednesday.
Because reasons.
Actually, I'm going to see AFI tomorrow at Red Rocks, which should be awesome. I'm excited. I've never seen them in concert, and I think it should be badass. The asses of badness. But anyways, this is the show for
Wednesday.
July. Wow. Anyways, July 26th, 2017. It's almost August. It's almost Colorado Springs Comic Con.
Woo!
Coming up quick. But if you guys like us, don't forget you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter at SLYK Radio. We're also on Stitcher, Spreaker, where we also do the live feed for this show. Spreaker at SLYK Radio. Go over there. You can join our chat room, as well as the chat room over here on Facebook. I'm going to do Facebook this week. So
Yep.
Facebook. Where I just point at JP's nipple. Facebook!
And we're also on iHeartRadio.
Yes, iHeartRadio. Isn't that fancy? So
weird.
fancy.
I don't know, I haven't heard it yet. So, how do you find stuff on iHeartRadio? Because there's many things on there.
You just
Type
search
it.
SLYK Radio. It pops up pretty efficiently. Did you know there's a paid part of iHeartRadio?
Yes.
I did not.
For no commercials, and you can download like shows and stuff like that.
Fanciness. So there you go. You can check that out. But come show us some love on wherever that may be. That's a strange sentence altogether.
Do we have Facebook feed?
I've been waiting for people to talk.
Oh, okay.
But, anyways, you love us! And we like to point that out. And come show us some love because we like to talk to everyone. But, as you know, we like to start out our show with the craft brew.
In review.
JP's going to tell you about this while I post some stuff.
Alright, so today we are drinking the Independence Pass Ale. So it's an IPA, little plant words from Aspen Brewing Company. It is a 7% ABV. The Independence Pass Ale is our super hopped high altitude rendition of the classic India Pale Ale style.
India!
We couldn't help ourselves and name it the high hop beer after Aspen's eastern boundary of 12,095 feet high elevation pass. Maybe due to delicious effect. Whoa.
Delicious?
That's what it says.
Wait, does it actually say delicious?
Delirious effect. Because when you did that, the whole screen shifted, so I was just like, delicious? No. Or maybe because the initials just worked out well.
That's
You
very
decide.
delicious.
So rotary.
Ronry, I am so wrong.
You need to finish Danger 5.
Yes, I do. Because that was
Only 2 episodes of it.
madness. That was pure madness. That's what that freaking was. Dude, that looks so cool. Look at this. Hey, people of the internet, look at that. Hold on. There we go. Oh, so cool, right?
But we're not drinking
Frozen.
Einstock. That was last week's beer.
Yes, I know that's in the little beer thingy, but we just want to remind you.
Just in case you caught up.
Yeah. Catch up.
Because we gave that one a 5, didn't we?
Yes, we did, because it was delicious. I almost poured that on the table. Because I'm a boob. Pour, party, pour. Pour. But yes. So, I'm sure this is going to make me gag like a little biatch, because I generally don't like IPAs. Nothing against you, Aspen Brewing Company. It's just I can't handle stuff like adults, apparently. But, you know, that's how it goes. So, I feel like I'm hearing a humming sound. It's weird. But either way, if you guys can hear the pitter-patter of the rain, it's been raining since, like, 2 o'clock, and it's wonderful. And I wish it was like this all the time, because that would be majestic.
Because it cools down the hot temperatures of Colorado Springs.
It gets so toasty.
So hot.
There we go. You know, that's what happens when you basically live in a place that was a arid desert.
At one point.
Yeah. But that's how it goes. But we always like to start out the show after that with telling you about one of our awesome sponsors. That's Hanginz, Hanginz. It is an awesome product. It allows you to attach your phone to your wrist, your purse, your backpack, your neck to keep it from falling to the ground. So protect that $600 investment, or $1,200, counting the new iPhone that's coming out.
Is that how much it costs?
Yeah.
You guys
I don't
are
know if
fucking
that's
weird.
I don't know if that's just like the Uber package or something, and the 600 is going to be like the base 16 gig. I don't know.
This one's going to be like a 128 gig.
Yeah, like something massive. It's a terabyte. It better be a terabyte for $1,200. But back to that. Protect that investment because it is well worth it. Hanginz is an awesome product. So go pick up yours today. You can go to our website, solikeyouknow.com, click on the link on the right-hand side, or go online and Google Hanginz, Hanginz.
Woo!
Yeah. Actually, I think I have a Hanginz downstairs.
We do?
I think I do.
I every time I open up a page, I'm like, I'll go to it later, and I never go back to it, which I should.
Let me look really quick. I'm looking. I'm going. I'm going to find one.
So he's looking for that. So places like a Hanginz would be very beneficial to have. Say if you accidentally ran into a celebrity of yours at a Comic-Con. So last week, San Diego Comic-Con happened. If you had a Hanginz on you, you could just have it hanging from your neck. You can also have your pass and ID there as well. So you're just like, excuse me, where are your credentials, sir? Bam! And you mind if I take a picture? Jason says, I would think it's more toasty here than it is in Tucson. I don't know, it's really hot here, but I guess that you guys don't get that much rain, so it's like a constant heat, Jason. And I listened to the latest track that you put out on the Facebooks, on Vimeo. It was very fancy artwork, or video quality.
You know, I moved that thing around for 3 weeks. 3 weeks, and now I don't know where it is.
You could have just thrown it up here.
Right?
just
chuck. Yeah, Hiro would have eaten that thing. That's for sure. All is well, Jason. I heard you talking about tracks, and I immediately assumed Jason was in the chat
he
room.
put out one of his tracks that he was working on earlier this year.
You know, we could totally use a new intro or outro. Just thinking about it. I need to bug Jason. But yeah. So moving right along. Slick feet.
Alright, gonna do your show. Shout
Oh yeah, we should do that. Hi, kitty. Just rolling around on the floor. Cheers, Prost, skull.
Kampai.
I think this shot tastes better when it's raining outside. But that just may be me being an insane human being.
Factual.
Yeah. Oh, Jason says he's working on an album, hopefully out by fall. Post your stuff in there, man, so people can click on it and check it out. Also, Eric. What's up? And Lyndon. Sorry.
Hello.
Hello. Cheerio. So yeah. Slick Feed, where we
geek on your week.
and it feels so good. So, yeah, a little strange. Though it isn't exactly the forefront in technology, a company in Wisconsin by the name of 3 Square Market is going to be the first to microchip its employees.
It's a volunteer thing, though.
Yeah. So starting August 1st, like JP said, totally volunteer, so don't get whiny and bitchy. That 50 employees are going to get some RFID tags embedded into their hands, in the webbing right here between the thumb and the gun finger.
Just glad you clarified that, because I was like, where's it going to go? Because it says in between your fingers.
In between, yeah, just cram a whole bunch of them all over the place. You can go like this, like they'll come out like Wolverine.
Nobody got time to get a proper scan?
Actually, I think I want mine right there, so I'm going to be like, oof, yeah, the door opened. Cool.
No, I'd want it right here, so I could wave my hand in front of it.
So it'll allow employees to... Yeah, I want to be a Jedi. Allow employees to clock in and out, access stores, and purchase food.
Oh,
And also allow yuppie bitches to pretend like they have important shit to hide and bitch on Facebook with ill-informed arguments and angry faces.
Which is weird.
That's what they do on Facebook.
I don't know, but I think it's cool. It's like one of those like keyless entry things, like waving your foot behind your vehicle to open the trunk.
Oh. I was like, where are you going with this?
That was like,
because I've never started a car with my foot.
Most of the time when you go into the trunk of your car, you're putting something in there, so you're carrying something.
Yeah.
You don't have time to like
do everything.
Like,
but if you have the keyless entry thing and the fob in your pocket where it's just like the push.
You're close enough. You're just like, there's a sensor, and then it just opens up for you. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I drove our boss's truck today. I think it's an amazing beast.
I like how most people don't know how to start it.
yeah, that one's funny. I've driven cars like that before, so I knew. But I love that. I love that you don't have to take your keys out and you just push a button. I wish my Jeep was like that. I looked into it.
You have to press the brake.
It's $3,000.
To press the brake and then
Oh,
push
well,
it.
yeah. Fanciness. It's super fancy, and I want it, and it's cool. But yeah, so I think that's pretty awesome. Honestly, if our company were to say, hey, do you guys want RFIDs? I'd be like, yeah, now.
I don't know what we'd use it for, but
I don't know.
disable the alarm and arm the alarm.
Logging into the server, alarm systems, clocking in and out for the part creation.
Have the robot high five you.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Ow! Too hard. Too hard.
Yeah, no, I think that would be pretty badass, though. I would totally be up for it. Everyone's all afraid. And, no, the government's gonna track us.
They already are.
They're tracking you constantly.
Yes.
I mean, if you're bitching on Facebook, that means you have a Facebook. You know what Facebook means? They're listening to you already. Sorry.
And that's why you have ads tailored to you.
Not to mention, most of the people bitching on Facebook have Android, and Android willingly gives up all information to the government. Which is fine, because I doubt you do anything that matters.
Not really.
Yeah.
You see a whole bunch of YouTube videos of, like, Overwatch.
Overwatch, some blacksmith things.
Scottish players playing Call of Duty.
Yep.
Watch those videos.
Yes. Jimmy DeRista. He's an excellent YouTuber. I love that guy. He just builds all kinds of cool stuff out of, like, brass and leather and wood, and it's like, it's awesome! And I want to do all of it. I want to make every little bit. It is quiet out there.
You need bigger workspace.
Bigger. Better. Stronger. Where's Daniel?
He's probably doing stuff.
I know he's doing stuff, but he's not allowed to do stuff.
Yeah, he's probably. You know what he's probably already doing right now?
Huh.
He's probably playing Doom.
Oh yeah. So yeah, if you guys are interested in Doom like I am,
Doom 2016.
yes,
The latest
Doom,
one.
the newest one. They just released all the DLC in pack 6.66. 666, the sign of the devil.
Is it the game, or is it just the DLC?
It's the whole game.
Whole game and DLC.
So the whole game and all DLC is currently only $15 right now. So that's pretty awesome. You can get it on the Steam store at Xbone and PS4. So you can play it on all those places because that's awesome. I mean, you can't really go wrong there. Totally worth it. What do we got here? Oh. Mentioned you in a comment. Wayne, you mentioned me in comics, but you're not listening to the show?
And then, I was just playing like a little bit of the soundtrack for Bo here when we were getting set up for the show, and it was like, yeah, it's a solid soundtrack.
Right?
For that.
It always is. I mean, that's one of those. As soon as you started playing that, I had a kind of a realization. I think Doom is the reason I like EDM. Because it's just like that solid sound. Like it reminds me of EDM mixed with Combi Christ. If you guys have any idea what that is, Combi Christ is good stuff. Wait, I'll play a little snippet real quick.
You can't. No.
I can. As long as it's like
Under 30 seconds?
Yeah. Combi Christ video.
Don't do it.
No. There we go. So you'll kind of. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you see what I mean? I was like, yeah, that's Doom. So, yeah.
Soundtrack's better.
Well,
I believe.
Jason says he saw the Doom 666 update, but he's been totally lost in Black Desert Online Land 1. I've never heard of that, have you?
No. Look it up.
So, I don't know what that is, but, I mean, I'll have to check it out.
So, with Doom, it's going to be $15, even including all the DLC, but it's only going to be available for the next 13 hours as of now.
Yeah. So, make sure you go pick it up.
12
Don't miss out on this.
12 hours and 12 hours and 45 minutes.
So, it's awesome. I mean, like JP, the soundtrack's awesome, the game's awesome, the 3D graphics are awesome, and the online multiplayer is really fun. And it's still
That's what started it, no? Like,
well, that was what the beta was. You're thinking of Quake, I think.
was it Quake?
Yeah, Quake. Quake is also it's of the same genre.
But it was like Quake, Duke Nukem, and
Oh yeah,
Doom.
and Doom.
That was like the only FPS is Wolfenstein. I forget.
Yep. Oh, I mean, Wolfenstein really kind of was first. Another one I really liked to play at the time was a game called Heretic. It was very much like Wolfenstein, but was
powers.
It was more
I
magic
think I remember
oriented.
playing that one.
I was like, I loved that game. It was so badass.
I got freaked out playing like those games. My
Yeah.
imagination just
It just soared.
took those pixels and morphed them into like crazy.
Let your imagination soar. Yeah. I mean, those were my favorite games growing up, especially on PC on my 400 megahertz processor
With your TV, with your huge ass monitor,
yeah,
that just
giant CRT.
It's like you could have like a huge like steel frame desk, and
Still
then
bowing the damn
still end up bowing it over time. You're just like, holy crap!
Yeah. Hi, Wayne. Yeah, I know, it's madness. I mean, it's total madness.
And then
but-
look at the monitors we have now. Like,
I know, they're like
basically
floating.
Held on by like two fasteners. You know?
Yeah, it's got 2 bolts. It's got the monitors floating everywhere. Someday you guys can see what this looks like, but after I clean.
You can only see the top half.
Yeah, I'll show you the top half. You all want to see that? So there we go. So here is the beer. Okay, there we go. And
So
there's-
most of them good, some of them bad. The
Yeah.
reason the bad ones are up there is to remind him that we drank that before.
Don't drink that
Yes,
again.
we're not gonna get that again.
It's dirty. So yeah, that's the room. That's the room of awesomeness that is us. But yeah, I mean, there we go. Yeah, so it just really is. Those were the starting games for me. Oh, and Grand Theft Auto.
It was a little later for me, but yeah,
Mhm.
I understand.
Yeah, because I think when Duke Nukem 3D came out is when I started playing Grand Theft Auto.
Warcraft, StarCraft.
I never liked StarCraft.
Get out of here.
I didn't start playing the MMOs like that until after
RTSs?
or RTS until long after I was playing World of Warcraft
Oh, okay.
because I hated them.
I
hated them so much.
I hated World of Warcraft because I'm like, well, it's not an RTS. Fuck that game. And you gotta pay a monthly subscription. What the fuck is that? Like EverQuest? Fuck it. It's not gonna last 2 years. I remember saying that in high school, and then it was like, it's one of the top grossing MMOs ever,
Yeah,
with
Look-
Final Fantasy bringing up the rear,
yeah,
which is crazy.
yeah. Well, because I played. What did I play? I didn't get into it until I don't know, probably 3 years ago. Even
so
then, it
much-
wasn't very aggressively because I was playing League of Legends with Matt, and then I dumped that for a while, and then I was playing something else. I don't remember what it was. And then Diablo 3. I picked that up, and then that really was like, yeah, this is awesome.
2, you mean, or just
Diablo 3.
3?
I didn't play 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the newest one is when I really started picking that up.
Necromancer Classes just came out. $15.
I know it's not very much.
It's not, but it's just like
It's a lot for,
a
class
class.
because it's not a storyline.
No. I mean, they add like the graphics, like that parchment paper
Mm-hmm.
comic thing. And you're just like,
Yeah.
$15 worth.
Which it's not much, but that's exactly why I haven't bought it yet. Because I was like, I don't think I'm
They're-
gonna play them.
Blizzard would be like, hey, we got a sale going on.
Yeah,
I'll pick it up then.
yeah. So that's basically when I get up whenever I get the new WoW expansions. Because I generally I haven't played WoW in a long time. I'll pick up a character, I'll play it through level 20 for free, and then I dump it.
Was it Frozen Throne? Was it one of them with the ones with Arthas and like?
No, that was
Jason said something.
shit. Jason says Black Desert Online is an MMORPG. I totally bailed on ESO with Morrowind expansion. Oh man,
that sucks, dude.
And now I'm playing Black Desert. It's that fun, and it's only $10 for the base game and no subscription fees. That's not too bad. I'll have to check that out. Shit, I can't think of what that is. Hold on.
Because it was after Cataclysm. That's when I stopped playing World of Warcraft.
Well, because Arthas was
Death Knights was
Wrath of the Lich King.
Wrath of the Lich King.
Yeah, because I started with Burning Crusade. That was my first.
I started 2 weeks before Burning Crusade came out.
I started, I think, a month after it came out.
And I was like, and then it made leveling easier. As soon as I hit 60, and like you can get mounts for way cheaper. I was like,
Yeah.
fuck, whatever. We run the same speed. I guess we run 100. I guess we run 100. Fuck.
I mean, I played the shit out of it.
I played the market like, God. If you ever want to get into stocks, if you're good,
Start with WoW, yeah.
start with WoW. That market is ridiculous. And like I would undercut people so bad because I didn't like when I first started. I was like, I got so much of this, I'll just sell it on here for whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I would get private messages saying, like, dude, you're messing up the market. I was like, what is he talking about? And I would see like how much I would search the item that I'd put in there. And it's like, oh, how much are they selling it for? I was selling it for like 70% off. So I was forcing other people to undercut me slightly, and then it was just like,
Yeah, yeah.
they were
I've
angry.
heard about
He was
that
like,
stuff
oh man,
happening.
I'm so sorry.
But it's this thing. It's like,
It's a living thing.
yeah, it's just a major part of the WoW universe. So, I mean, it's funny. I don't know, dude. I want to play those old games now. I want Heretic to come out with a
Well, StarCraft just updated
graphical
there.
update, and theirs is free. Well, not the graphically updated one, the original, which you can play. I think it plays off legacy servers.
But then, like Diablo, for their like 20th anniversary, they did like that retro game one,
yeah,
which was cool.
yes. So, but yeah, so make sure you go check it out. Pick up Doom. It's totally worth the money. I mean, it's Doom. You can't really go wrong there. If you don't like the multiplayer, I mean, $15 for a single player game, that's pretty cheap.
Hey, dude, and if it comes with the soundtrack, we should check on this. It's even worth that.
Oh yeah.
If it came with the soundtrack as well, I was like, done deal.
Yeah. So speaking of things that should be done deals, Pokemon Go.
I didn't.
So recently Pokemon Go released their legendaries.
It's been a year.
Yeah, and we have friends that still play it. Matt plays it, Tara plays it. I think Bill plays it because Tara plays it.
Devin
Because
plays
he's
it.
a good man.
Devin plays it.
Devin plays it?
I thought he does.
No,
Because
I
he's
have no
around.
idea. He's got to find something to do.
And then, I don't know. Because I'll be honest, I spent $40 on Pokemon Go. I was like, oh yeah, I just need more Pokemon. I ran out of Pokeballs or like ran out of lures and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll be playing this game a year from now. I was like, sure, why not? It's an investment.
See, that game, I didn't spend any money, but I spent a lot of money. Let me explain myself.
Oh, going out to bars and stuff.
Yeah, because we'd end up going on bike rides or going out to bars and things. So it's just like we'd go on long bike rides, which costs money because you need to eat. So you end up spending more on food, and then you go get a beer afterwards because it feels right. And then you gotta have a few more, and then you gotta get food. So it's like I probably end up spending like $150 on that. But no, I mean
Indirectly, but not supporting it.
Yeah, not
but
supporting it. No, I had tons of Pokeballs and everything and tons of candy and everything because I could just we were riding like 10 miles every time we went out to play because we'd
try and hatch your eggs.
Yeah, because we'd start at the end of like downtown and we'd ride almost all the way up to Fillmore, picking stuff, and then we'd come back. So it was we opened those eggs pretty damn quick. But honestly, I turned it off and I stopped playing because it got monotonous, and I was like, oh great, I caught the same Mewtwo for the 4,000th fucking time.
I would take over a gym and put a Magikarp in there. I know it would lose right away, but it's the principle of the thing.
Because then people would just be like,
Is that a fucking
Fucking
Magikarp at the fucking top? Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
yeah.
But I had my fun, but it like fizzled out. Like Bo said, it's just like got repetitive, and it's like you can only go out walking the same place so many times, and
Yeah, I mean, if you were to go to different cities, I mean, I'm sure that might make it a little more interesting. But with all the other games that are out there, I mean, it varies a lot more. The thing too is that, I mean, they need to introduce PvP battling,
which it looks like they're lining up for.
If they could do that, I would be all over that freaking game. I would be all over it. I would be playing it constantly.
That and trading. I don't know, like, I have friends that are still in the military that live in different places of the world. And it's
the
like,
place
it's like
where
when
you can actually get the other
we
ones.
meet them up, and it's like, oh, you guys did this? Well, I got a Tauros. I got many of those. You want some of that?
Here's tons of Tauros. Grind them into candy. I know that's not how it works, but so yeah, there you go. Yeah, Tara confirms that Herb though and Devin do play. So I mean, I want it to be interesting again, but it really won't be for me until they introduce that. So I need to destroy people. That's basically I need competition.
Bo has that tattooed on his body. I need to destroy people. And then underneath it, you keep what you kill.
That seems like a fitting tattoo just for the beard. I need to do that. Yeah.
So I'm gonna get that Berserk branded mark.
Yeah, definitely. The cool stuff. But anyways, so moving on from Pokemon Go, Google's DeepMind, which we've brought up plenty of times at this point. If you guys don't know what that is, it is DeepMind is Google-funded artificial intelligence. So recently, in DeepMind news, so it's created its own language that humans didn't totally understand. It has created passwords that humans couldn't figure out. It has created music and speech, and one other thing, I think.
Who plays Go?
Yeah, and it beat Go, a Chinese board game. If you guys don't know what that is,
It beat like the world's best player.
yeah, which was thought unimaginable, but especially now with Google having the access to what is called an imagination encoder, it will be able to really excel in that. Google's DeepMind now has an imagination. Now, it's not in the traditional sense where you're sitting there like imagining, a dragon eating an anime character that's also living in a taco. But it's more of, it was put in a simulation where it was playing a video game. And it was only allowed to play one level once. And so it analyzed the level, it imagined the outcomes like a human would do.
Mm-hmm.
And then it made the move based on like the best action. Which I mean is predictive. But predictive is, god damn it. Predictive is still that DeepMind concept, or the imagination concept. So, fucking Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So, I mean, that's just the cool part about it, is that...
That's crazy, because I don't even have that foresight of playing like a level. Well, I guess I don't get to analyze the entire level. It's like, I just take things as they come, and...
That's exactly what it's doing. With the encoder, it's taking the information that it sees, it imagines the outcomes, and then kind of goes from there.
Because it's programmed on what it can and can't do in that game.
Yeah, and it's a much more elaborate system.
Dude, the military could use that for like scenarios and stuff.
Oh, right? No, it'd be amazing.
Ridiculous.
It would
Like,
be
this
absolutely
happens. What do
amazing.
you do? The computer chose this. You chose wrong.
Yeah, right?
You're all dead. Your squad's all dead.
So, I mean, it's badass. That's totally badass. I mean, and it just... and it's not the only algorithm that does that. Facebook has an AI that is currently working on its own language and stuff like that. So it's like a bunch of AI programs right now, not just DeepMind, which is definitely the most intelligent one, are building on, what it is, who it is, almost at this point. What's that test to test whether or not it's human?
The more
I can't remember it. Hold on.
to test if an AI is a human, if it can fool another human to thinking that the AI is human. It's something with an M.
Turing test.
Turing, yeah.
Test. Yeah. So the Turing test, in which there are AIs like Chatterbot. I recently watched an episode on Vsauce,
AI.
the RedTube one on AI, and it was about Chatterbot, and it fooled people into thinking it was human. So it was actually passing a Turing test, and that's Chatterbot. That's a very basic system. Not to mention like Google's DeepMind, where if it were probably implemented and you were to try to converse with it over the internet, there's a chance you would not know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm kind of thinking at this point it's blowing the Turing test out of the water. So yeah, and it really has to be like a blind test too.
They could take like the customer service part of like all companies,
Right?
and just put it in there.
Done.
It's like anything said to them in this is like, you can answer back with this. You can answer back with this.
Oh, that would be wonderful if they did that, like for India support. Like, don't get me wrong, I know it gives jobs, and that's great, but I am not talented enough to understand that English. Y'all are awesome. I don't know two languages like that, so it's props to you, but I don't have the ability. I really should probably just learn their language, and then that would make it easier.
You can, but English is the universal language for now.
I know. But yeah, it's so challenging. Like when you're trying to talk to like Microsoft, and they're like when Windows 7 was still around, you had to activate stuff, and you're like, I need to get this activated, and you're like, racist Indian voice, how could I help you with this? I'm just gonna say that.
Alright.
Because it was a challenge, man. So that would be awesome if they were to implement like that.
Yeah, but isn't there also like an AI that has like certain inflections has different accents?
Mm-hmm.
So if like they combine those two, it's like you wouldn't even know. He does not like the beer. Sorry, Aspen Brewing Company, but I love it.
There you go.
He does not.
I'll keep trying. There's a chance my taste buds will get used to it by here. So, you never know. But anyways, so moving right along, we just got confirmation that we are going to be at Colorado Springs Comic-Con.
Woo! Woo!
Awesome. So, they got their new venue, and they have a whole line of cool people that are coming.
Yep.
They got Michael Rooker. Who,
Mary Poppins.
Yeah, Mary Poppins. Billy D. Williams.
He's from The Walking Dead, and Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Not Billy D. Williams, but
No, Michael
Rooker. Trying to imagine Billy D. Williams in The Walking Dead.
He gonna die.
Yeah. Billy D. Williams from Star Wars. Lou Diamond Phillips. James Marsters from Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel, which those shows suck. But, it's cool that there's a nice fandom around it. What else do we got? I got Power Rangers characters. More Walking Dead. Oh, this one they just announced. Joey Fatone from NSYNC. That's a weird one. That's a weird one. What?
Johnny Young Buck.
Oh, awesome.
From
Cool.
famous Power Ranger from second season of Power Rangers.
I
And
think so.
voice actor of many different
Oh, yeah. Oh,
series.
yeah. Like, totally. Who else? We got Kevin Nash, who's in John Wick. Oh, yeah, Matthew Lillard. Scooby-Doo and Without a Paddle.
Oh, wow.
Paul Soder
Forget
from
that he
Super
was in
Troopers. Pauly Shore
Sure.
from Encino Man.
And many others.
Yeah, and many others. More Power Rangers. Oh, Steve Gutenberg from Police Academy.
Sam Jones is going to be there?
There you go. Sam Jones.
From Flash Gordon and Stargate.
Oh,
31.
that's Sam. I was like, who's Sam Jones? Why does this sound familiar? So, yeah, I mean, and they still have lots of time to announce even more people. So, I mean, it's an excellent lineup. A lot of cool people are going to be there, and I hope y'all are going to be there, too.
So when are the dates for it again?
This is going to be August 25th through the 27th, so Friday through Sunday. So make sure you check it out. It's going to be at 3960 Palmer Park Road at the Altered Reality Event Center, which they just got the name rights for that, which is pretty cool. So
Nice, yeah.
props to you for Altered Reality. There's going to be a whole bunch of artists there, and then cosplayers. I know there's going to be cosplayers. There we go. Christy Kai. Honestly, I know Christy Kai and Night Mage. Have you heard of the other two?
I know Christy Kai and AZ Power Girl.
There you go. So yeah, and I'm sure there's going to be more showing up, and then plenty of people who just are cosplayers who are going to go show up. So make sure you go there. So stepping right back into Google Mind, Wayne says, go watch Ex Machina. It's all about that test. It's a good movie, which is true.
I have it.
Yeah, I own 6 Blu-rays. One of them is Ex Machina because it's fucking amazing. It is an exceptional... it is an exceptional movie. Hi, Daniel. Glad you could join us. I know it's a weird night, so thank you. But... yeah, no, badass movie. Everyone should watch Ex Machina. It's just... I guess really you can do whatever you want in the chat room because no one can be like, what is he doing? So one last thing, we want to make sure we tell everyone about Shell, who's going to be doing a awesome event up in Fort Collins with the Knights of the Tempest at... what's the event called? Do you remember?
I do not remember. I know it's like chapter 1.
Gettysburg! So yeah, but so she's going to be up in FOCO. You can check out her page. She's going to be posting plenty of stuff at Shellshock Cosplay, where she does all kinds of awesome cosplays, and then she posts all of her stuff from Knights of the Tempest, where she does swordplay, jousting, damsel in distress, just all kinds of cool
scenarios.
stuff.
And
Yeah.
like right now is like their first chapter. It's going to be a long story of whatever. I don't know how many chapters it's going to be, but it's going to be interconnected.
So definitely worth checking out. But go see her if you can. So JP's probably going Friday, Saturday.
I'm going to try to go on Friday.
So he's going to go Friday, and then we're going to Ren Fair Sunday, going to Bronx Days Saturday.
It's busy.
Got to do that Big Kid Bingo at Thunder and Buttons on Saturday. Play D&D Saturday.
Are you trying to... What are you still trying to get from Big Kid Bingo?
Everything. I want to win something. I'm not done until I win.
We're sitting on the wrong side of the bar to do that.
Well, that's what it is. When we're in the back, everyone in the front wins. We're in the front, everyone in the back wins. It's like, what the hell? I think at this point I'm just going for the mac and cheese and steak. Which is awesome. They cook steak so well. It's so tender. So tender.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
delicious.
Because I had their, Philly cheesesteak last time I was there.
Yeah.
It was a new item, and I was like,
That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
they good.
But yeah, if you guys are interested, RXP 1039 is doing Big Kid Bingo at Thunder and Buttons Saturday at 5. If you guys want to check us out, I mean, if you recognize us, we're wearing our Slick shirts, which it does happen. So, yeah. Slicky! If you guys are interested in a Slick shirt, I'm going to say $20 right now. $20? 15? 17?
I don't know, because we still have to figure out, shipping.
Yeah. I'm going to say 20. That seems high, but if you want to pay 20, we'll send you a shirt. Because we got lots of them, small to 2XL. So if you guys want to get a shirt, message us, let us know, and we can get it sent to you. And we take payments through PayPal. So, yeah. But we also want to make sure everyone knows about Club Cosplay, the awesome club by Nords.
Binoids for noids. Fear the Noid.
Perhaps it was the Noid who should have feared me. Rest in peace, Adam West. But Club Cosplay, awesome event center. They usually do 2 or 3 events every year, including
I
Denver
wish it
Comic
was
Con.
more.
I do too.
I wish they would. Are they coming down to Colorado Springs Comic Con? That'd be pretty sweet.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything from Sarah, so I'd have to find out. Because they did stuff at Galaxy Fest last year,
They did.
which I saw the Galaxy Fest car on the way home. I was like, cool. But yeah, so make sure you follow them at Club Cosplay Denver or go to their website, clubcosplaydenver.com. Also, follow us on YouTube. I would lovely appreciate much long time, super cool, awesome, our YouTube page. So check that out.
Still haven't done any of our things that we talked about, brainstormed.
Yeah, I know. Shit. Every weekend's been so busy. And when it's not busy, I don't want to do anything.
Exactly.
It's like, shit. But coming up next is Slick Tube.
Tube Slickers!
It's smooth. The Flash. Yeah. If you guys are interested in that, if you saw the Flash in the new Justice League trailers...
Well, that's rude. They
Huh?
just left.
They just left? Who left?
No, remember? It's like in the thing.
Oh, yeah. They just... Okay.
Commissioner Gordon turned around and he's just like, that's rude. He just left.
Yeah. The trailer makes it look like it's going to be really good. I'm
Yes.
excited for it.
And I'm afraid that we've already seen the best parts of the movie.
That's kind of what seems to happen.
Because it's a 4-minute long trailer.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, Gal Gadot and Jason Momoa will probably have more to it that'll just make it more badass. Because it's Gal Gadot and Jason Momoa. They're kind of like... They're A-listers for me right now because they're super cool and they're awesome, and I've liked them both for a long time. Like Gal Gadot since Fast and the Furious, and Jason Momoa since Star Trek Atlantis.
Right.
So, Star Trek, Stargate Atlantis. Sorry, Star Trek Atlantis. So he's always been a badass. But so the Flash DCEU movie has officially been titled Flashpoint. Yeah. So if you guys don't know what Flashpoint is, that bases around Barry Allen going back and saving his mom, who is killed by Reverse Flash. So he goes back, saves her, which completely changes the universe. Namely, is a major Armageddon happens between Atlantis and Aquaman and Themyscira and Wonder Woman. So basically, just giant Armageddon war happens, like complete massive destruction.
I don't think it's between Wonder Woman.
Well, no, it's not Wonder Woman, but it's Themyscira and Atlantis, really. But those are their hometowns. So I mean, it has potential to be really crazy. So we'll see where that goes. I mean, not to mention, I think the new Flash looks pretty cool. So I think he's going to be really awesome. I like the armor because it's definitely more the armor based than just like the leotard.
The high speed, high heat resistant leotard.
So I mean, it's definitely taken a step past the Flash TV show on the CW right now. Which I guess I make that statement only, and I've only seen season 1, so maybe they've made it to that point. I don't know. Okay, so there you go. But I mean, it was an awesome show, and I really need to finish it. It was just I had
There's
3
so
shows to watch
so
that
many.
all work together, and I just
So
drifted
many.
away. I drifted into anime more, which is okay. And then back into Star Trek again, because that's kind of an obsession for me. I have watched Star Trek too many times at this point. And if Stargate was on Netflix still, it would be that as well.
Really wouldn't be like Andromeda with Kevin Sorbo.
We need the Kevin Sorbo thing in here. Shit.
No. Right, we only have just this one.
Hello, everybody. This is Jason Frank, the Green Ranger. You're listening to So Like You Know.
Morphin' time.
I found that relatively quick.
Shut up. I've done so many shows, my brain just blends everything together. I can't find anything anymore. But anyways, so that should be pretty awesome. But things that also change in the Flashpoint universe is Thomas Wayne actually becomes Batman when Bruce and his mother are killed instead.
Yep.
So, and then speaking of that, with the changes in the universe, it might be a way for the DCEU to drop Batfleck.
To retcon Batfleck.
Yeah. So, I mean, in all fairness, WB spokesperson said that they do like Ben Affleck as Batman. I mean, that's really their Batman, not our Batman.
I think he's a better Bruce Wayne than he is.
He is. He's an awesome Bruce Wayne. Awesome Bruce Wayne. A CGI Batman might have been a little bit better. But that's just our opinion. But the other issue, too, is that we're working currently in a universe where, you know, the other actors like Aquaman and Wonder Woman are in their 30s. And Ben Affleck is already pushing his 40s. He's going to be 50s by the time, like, Justice League, 3 rolls around and the solo Batman movies and all this stuff. So he's getting up there. So they might have to do something in reference to, like, Spider-Man, where they just recast it with a younger character, which would be fine.
Tom Holland is amazing.
Yeah.
Weirdly attracted to Aunt May.
Yeah.
Damn you, Marissa Tomei.
Yep.
Damn you!
Always and forever. Yeah, she's hot. What the hell was I saying? Anyways, good stuff. It's good stuff.
It's just, he's old.
Yeah, so he's old, and they really need to find someone to fill that part a little bit better. So
we're going old with our movie stars. So, like, the new wave is coming up. It's like, who the fuck are you?
Harry, what are you doing?
I came from Disney. I don't give a shit. Okay?
Yep. It's weird. Yeah, we're in the new age of, like, the child Disney actors are now child Disney actors we never heard of are becoming A-lister actors, and it's like, what are you? What are those?
He's like, I don't know who you are. What show are you from?
What show is that? I've never even heard of that show.
Never heard of it. Doesn't exist.
That's not real. It's not getting better.
But something that is real and was just announced at SDC, or San Diego Comic-Con.
Yes. Whoa, what you doing there, phone? Shut the fuck up. Is Spawn. Woo. Yeah.
I fucking love Todd McFarlane. Spawn.
Yeah. He's badass. I read the comics on before I watched the movie. Long before. 5 years prior to. Because Spawn, I think it was 92, and then the movie came out in 97.
Do you know that there was like an anime movie?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I did. I don't remember it, but I know I watched it. I think I even owned it.
On VHS.
Possibly.
I rented it from Blockbuster.
No, I think I owned it on DVD. My parents had DVDs early. Like, as soon as they came out, my parents were like, we're buying DVDs! I was like, okay, cool.
I think Spawn was out on VHS before
that.
But anyways.
See. Hold on, I'm curious. Let's see, so... 5, 4, 3, 2... No, that's 2, so that was 297. So that would have been Halstead. So yeah, we're still in DVD era. I can judge my life based on where I lived in my houses because there's been enough of them. So yeah, I mean, regardless though, so they're coming out with a new Spawn. It is going to be R-rated, but we don't exactly know when for sure. It sounded like maybe this year, but I think that would be too early.
Yeah, I was like, I haven't heard any Laker.
Unless they've been doing it very in secret. I hope it doesn't come out till 2018. The
way they could do it if it's just completely CGI.
Oh, I want real. I liked the Spawn suit, like from the '97 movie.
Yeah, but it was so like held back by CGI technology and algorithms at the time. Like now, like the Star Wars movie now, are way better than like 4 or 5, like graphically wise, not story wise, just graphically wise, because you can do so much more with everything else, so much more processing power. We're in quantum stuff right now.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's not an application.
Quantum computing.
It's not in applications, but we're in quantum
Yeah, so
it's everywhere.
It really is. So, I would like to see like the original like suit, that latex suit that they had him wearing. I thought that looked really good.
It did look good. You said
I
you
hate
had
to admit this to
John
everyone
Leg-
who's going to like
John
hate on
Leguizamo
this,
and
but
as
I
the
like
clown.
that movie when I watched it.
When I watched it, I was young, and any action movie that had like supernatural powers, because like superhero movies weren't a thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, like if you think about it, like that was like one of the very first super anti-heroes.
It really was, because like the Punisher hadn't really done a movie yet.
Yeah, it was like the first anti-hero movie that came out, I think.
Anti-hero?
Yeah.
Marissa Tomei. Yeah, no, I think you're probably right. We'd have to look that up to double check. But no, I mean that's.
Is Judge Dredd considered an anti-hero?
I would say current Judge Dredd is more anti-hero than past Judge Dredd, because like the Judge Dredd with Sylvester Stallone was definitely more of the good guy, whereas this current this current one is definitely more of like I'm gonna shoot you.
True to the comics.
Yeah, it really is. Which is funny because, you know, I don't remember the name of the actor. He plays the Doctor in the new Star Trek movies. So it's like, he goes against the Doctor's oath so aggressively. But, yeah, no, I'm definitely excited for it. So, I want it to come out, and I want to hear, and I want to know who's going to play it. And I wouldn't be too hurt if John Leguizamo was in it. But
Backing it.
somehow. Like, it doesn't have to be like, playing the what is it? Malbazar?
Malthazar?
No, what's the name of the character?
Beelzebub? No.
No, it starts with an M. Maelstrom.
I'm surprised you remember that.
Yeah, right. Mallard.
Mallard Duck.
Battle the Mallard.
He's a duck.
Battle Duck. So, but yeah, I mean, I want to see it. I'm excited, and I want it to come out, and I want to know more information about it. So, yeah. But coming up next is the craft brew.
In review.
Yeah. So the beer is going to be reviewed by JP because I'm having trouble even getting flavor out of it. All I taste is hops.
The hops is not as strong as like in other like IPAs that I enjoy drinking. That I'm actually getting a lot of fruits in this flavor for this.
I get orange rind and hops. Well, that's all I taste. And like, I just want to reiterate this. I don't like hoppy beers. I really don't. They never work for me. So my score will bring this down dramatically, but it's only fair that JP scored a little more, and I just give you a nice verbal comparison for people who don't like hops like me.
Again, it's like the bite of an IPA is not like I know it, where you come from, where it's just like oh my god, it's like the hops, the American hops is so strong, and so strong, which is weird because it's an Indian IPA.
Yeah, right. So I don't know. I mean, it's. I want to like IPAs. I really do.
It smells delicious. from what I.
It smells like an IPA.
What?
Yeah, I don't get variants. Like, so I guess it's not to say I don't dislike all IPAs.
There was one,
but I'm very specific about IPAs. Like, Arrogant Bastard. I like Arrogant Bastard. I think it's a pretty good IPA. Gold Camp Brewing always makes good IPAs.
Do you like Einstock's IPA?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like theirs too. Einstock just makes good beer, apparently.
Take a year to brew it.
I'm going to go out there and say that Einstock is probably one of my top favorite beer companies at this point. I really need to try more of their beer, but...
Oh man, I can't even imagine what their beer tastes like at the brewery.
Right?
Because I've been to the Guinness Brewery and the Heineken Brewery, and it's night and day.
Dude, I've been to the Coors Brewery.
Oh
which
yeah,
is
you
still,
had
it's
the
still not,
Killigans.
Yeah, I had
Irish Red.
Killigans, the Coors Banquet, not Bouquet, and a few others of there, a cider, and it's significantly different. When you have it off tap at the brewery, it's a different beer altogether. It actually tastes like a craft brew. You do get different levels of flavors. The carbonation is different.
It doesn't have time to get like skunked, but
Yeah.
not saying that they do get skunked, but sometimes.
Yeah, it gets
might-
a little bland over time. So it's almost like they do something different. I'm not saying
And
they do.
If it's bottled, like as we learned that a bottled beer doesn't maintain the flavor because the sun is able, depending how dark it is,
Yeah.
to get at it and change it slightly. When
Yeah.
if it's a good can, you're more closer to what it originally was
Mm-hmm.
like
Exactly.
tapped out at.
So, I mean, it's one of those things. Like it's always better there. So I want to go to Einstock. Like, that would be awesome. That would be absolutely. Where are they at? It's like
Iceland,
Iceland. Yeah.
yeah, close to Reykjavik, I believe.
Brewery.
When I was in the military, that was one of the bases that I could have gone overseas to. But like when I got my overseas assignment, they had just closed down the Iceland base.
Like northern Iceland.
And the saying that they have over there is true, where they say there's a beautiful woman behind every tree. But if you've looked at the geographical pictures of Iceland, there aren't that many trees.
I thought you were gonna say like, but the trees are even prettier.
No, there aren't that many trees. It's just hilarious. Like all the Icelandic women are beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's like behind every tree there's a beautiful Icelandic woman. I was like,
But
that's
not that many
probably
women.
true. It's
Yeah. Yeah.
that's one place that I wish I had visited when I was stationed over in Europe.
I plan on going right here. This.
Where's Reykjavik?
Isn't that West Coast? Or is that East? No, that's West Coast.
Because that's where a college town
Here it is.
and the
It's
airport
West
is.
Coast.
Oh wow, it's not even close to where Einstock is.
No.
What's the drive to there?
Reykjavik. Let's
So-
see. Maps.
Anyways, for the craft brewing review, the Independence Pass Pale Ale from Aspen Brewing Company. It is a 7% ABV, and their ale is super hopped, high altitude rendition of the classic Indian Pale Ale style. We couldn't help but name our high hop beer after the Aspen eastern boundary of 12,095 feet. High elevation pass may be due to the delicious effect. Maybe because it's just a fancy name. You decide.
So it's either a 4-hour drive or a 45-minute flight from airport to airport.
I would take a flight.
Yeah. Granted, I imagine that drive is beautiful.
It is. Man,
Because it looks like it goes through the northern mountain range, too.
that is ridiculous. It's not a straight flight. Or it's
Straight drive.
just like a
Yeah.
weird curve.
There's no roads that go through the middle. It's wild. There's no roads. You're fucked.
Greenland's worse.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
There's more ice.
Yeah, true. That makes sense. But yeah, no, I want to go. So, what's your rating for this beer, sir?
For the Independence Pale Ale from Aspen Brewing Company, not Einstock Brewing,
Yeah, from Einstock Brewing Company.
I would give it.
Not from Einstock Brewing.
I'd give it a 4. Solid 4.
Solid 4?
It's not like the most offensive to the palate as some like. I don't know. I like IPAs. It's hard for me to like say like, oh, I just don't like the taste. It's like when I smelt it, I got that citrus.
It doesn't make me want to throw it out. Like, it makes me want to like it. That is something a little bit different about this IPA than normal. So it has my palate intrigued enough that it's like it. Try, man, like it.
But I'm wondering if like IPAs always have to have that harsh bite to it. It's like, is there hops around the world where it's just like a sweet hops?
Yeah, whatever Goldcamp does, their IPAs are never a bite. It's more of a smooth.
Einstock, what they do.
Yeah, Einstock does it too. So I mean, it just really depends on the company, and I think Rocky Mountain has some too. one of our friends worked there, and he made something using Galaxy hops, and it wasn't a harsh bite.
Yeah, usually American hops have a little bit less bite than.
So I mean, I don't know. It really depends. But it's just a matter of.
I give it a 4, and it's gonna go lower.
It would. I'm. We'll just make it a 3.5.
Oh, we're just gonna go with 3.5.
I don't want to be mean. I've gotten to the point where it's just like I'm starting to feel bad. Just because it's like, this beer is terrible. But that's only because I don't like any IPAs, so it's not fair. So whatever the IPA score is, I'm just going to have JP announce it and just drop it by a half.
Okay, so at the end, it's gonna be a 3.5, which means it's gonna be like a drinkable beer. But you can pass on it, like if you're not
An
as
IPA fan.
in tune to hops as like some people are,
I'm out of tune, man.
or you just don't like it. It's just your palate.
Yeah. So
So-
that's how it goes.
But why did we rate that beer, Bo?
We rate our beers because we score them all on Untappd. That's UNTAPPD. That is a social drinking app where you can score your beers and share your beers with others and get great suggestions on beers. That's UNTAPPD. Check them out at their website, untappd.com, or get the app from the Apple or Android store. So yeah, go check it out. But speaking of things to go check out, Hang-Ins. You should make sure you go pick up one of those. It's an awesome product. You can get it from our website, solikeyouknow.com. Click on the link on the right-hand side. And then you can also just Google it, Hanginz. It's only $4.99 with free shipping. $4.99 with free shipping. Go get it. It's simple. Super simple. So, but yeah. But you know what, guys? That's it for our show. Thanks for listening. Don't forget we put out new episodes every Thursday at 9:30 Mountain Standard Time right here on Spreaker.com/SLYK Radio.
Have any empty space on your iPhone or Android and dying to fill it up? Download the Spreaker app and subscribe to our podcast, or stream us on Stitcher, Smart Radio. New shows every Thursday, sometimes Wednesdays.
And if you're listening on Spreaker, don't forget we do a live feed on Facebook. And never forget, So Like You Know is not responsible for anything ever.
Just what? And So Like You Know is completely wasteless.
What? And we're also produced by Slick Solutions somewhere in Colorado.
Oh, I'm sorry. And So Like You Know is completely wasteless because I'm doing stuff on this side.
I know. But weightless, like your opinion.
Just kidding.
We care.
But your government doesn't.
Love you guys.
For real.
Yeah, especially you transgender. Have a good night, guys.
Bye,
Love
guys.
you. Have a good evening. Auf Wiedersehen.